What are your thoughts on all the moves so far and the state of this team?
I'm really excited. I think Kelly and Amber have done a really good job of, finding pieces that fit. It makes me excited about the future. Obviously, with Steph and her staff coming in here, and my ability to work out with Keith all off season has been really fun. But it's been fun. I got to work out with DB, and as some off-season leagues and overseas stuff kind of wraps up, a lot of them will start getting back, and I think it'll be a lot of fun to get in the gym and be with my teammates and just start putting the pieces together and see what works, what doesn't work. But I think we're going to have a lot of different options to do a lot of different things, and I think that's what's super exciting.
You won't believe what Caitlin Clark just revealed about the 2025 WNBA season, with all the big moves happening, new teammates coming in, and the franchise going all in. She finally broke her silence on what's coming next. Is this the real turning point for her team? In a recent interview, Caitlin shared some major insights on the team's direction, new signings, and what it's going to take to dominate next season. And let's just say she did not hold back. Let's start with one of the biggest takeaways from her interview, how she feels about the team's direction.
To you about the experience, the champions that have been added to this one.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what everybody talked about when we were in the playoffs last year of, we really didn't have much experience at all playing in playoff games. I don't know what the exact number was, but we really lacked in that area. So just adding pieces of, players that have been in this league, they know what it takes to win, they know what it takes to get to the finals, they know what it takes to win championships, I think is exactly what we needed in our locker room. So it's just exciting, but also they're not only really good basketball players, they're really great leaders and really great people.
Made it clear that she's excited about what's happening behind the scenes. Kelly and Amber have done a really good job of finding pieces that fit, she said. And if you break that down, she's not just talking about any players, she's talking about the right players, the ones that fill the gaps they had last season, the ones that bring more than just skill, the ones that know what it takes to win at the highest level. Last season, this team had talent, but talent alone doesn't win championships. The playoffs showed that the moment got bigger, and while Clark and her teammates fought hard, they didn't have the kind of veteran leadership and experience that takes teams over the top. That's why the front office wasted no time in making moves that would bring in winners, and that's exactly what they've done. Clark acknowledged that experience was a missing piece last year. We really lacked in that area, she admitted. And when you compare this year's roster to last year's, that's a huge difference. The new signings aren't just good players, they're proven winners. They've been in playoff battles, they've played in finals games, they've lifted trophies. That's the kind of presence that changes the entire identity of a team. And it's not just about what they do on the court, it's about how they prepare, how they lead, how they push everyone around them to a higher standard. Cut here, citing Clark, knows that she talked about how these veterans bring a mentality that's contagious. When you see players who have been in the league for 12 plus years still working hard, still looking for ways to get better, it forces the younger players to step up too. That motivates you to want to be better, she said. That's exactly what you want on a team that's trying to take the next step. Training camp is going to be the first real test of all these changes. Clark is thrilled about what's ahead, because this is where the team starts figuring things out: what works, what doesn't, what combinations click. And just like everything else with Clark, she's approaching it with competitive fire. You want teammates who are just as competitive as you are, she said. And if you followed her career, you already know she does not back down. If anything, she thrives when she's surrounded by players who challenge her, push her, and match her intensity. That's what makes this training camp so intriguing. It's going to be intense. The team is deeper than before, which means every practice is a battle. Spots are on the line, chemistry needs to be built, and most importantly, a winning identity has to be established. For Clark, this isn't just about making the playoffs, it's about building a team that can win it all. But beyond the on-court aspects, one of the biggest talking points of this entire offseason has been culture. The WNBA is competitive in ways that go far beyond talent. What separates the best teams from the rest isn't just who has the best scorers, it's who has the best locker room, it's who has players that trust each other, hold each other accountable, and bring out the best in one another. And that's exactly why these off-season moves. Clark talked about how Natasha and Dananna Boner fit into the locker room, and the key word, leadership. Every person you ask in this league about them, all you'll hear is good things, she said. And that speaks volumes. Think about it. When top teams across the league are all trying to sign the same players, there's a reason for that. It's not just about numbers on a stat sheet, it's about what these players bring beyond the game, their presence, their mindset, the way they elevate everyone around them. Clark made it clear that the front office wasn't just looking for talented players, they were looking for players who could make the whole team better, and that's exactly what they got. Having veterans who understand how to win is a game share. It means younger players like Clark get to learn from those who have already been where she wants to go. It means when the playoffs come around again, they won't be stepping into unfamiliar territory. They'll have leaders guiding them through it, and for a team with championship aspirations, that's priceless. But maybe the Biggest sign of how much things are changing the way the franchise itself is investing. What it meant to see the franchise all in on you and this team with the new practice facility, laying these free agents and really being all in on women as well. Yeah, I mean, it's incredible, honestly. And I feel very fortunate and lucky to come here to stay in the Midwest. And this is the franchise in all of women's sports. I say, no matter what sport it is, there's certainly investing. They see the type of crowds we get. They see the excitement we're generating, not only in the state of Indiana, but all across the country. And I think the next few years are going to be amazing for this franchise and will continue to be for hopefully 10 plus years. And hopefully we win a few championships, but they're investing to help us be really good. So just putting all the right pieces together and doing it on the floor to, return that favor to them. But I'm just really thankful to be here. Interest, more people watching, more people showing up to games, more energy around women's basketball than we've seen in a long time. And here's the thing, Clark thrives on that energy. She loves the big moment. She loves playing in front of packed crowds. She loves knowing that every game matters, not just for her team, but for the growth of the entire league. And this season, that energy is going to be bigger than ever. The expectations are higher. The talent is stronger. The franchise is all in, and with all of that combined, this might just be the most exciting season of Clark's career. Yet, final thoughts, can this team win it all? So let's bring it back to the big question, can this team win a championship? The short answer, yes. The pieces are there. The leadership is there. The investment from the franchise is there. The desire to win is there. But it won't be easy. They still have to put in the work. They still have to figure out chemistry. They still have to prove that they belong at the top. Clark knows that, and that's why she's embracing every part of this challenge, because at the end of the day, she's not here to be just another player. She's here to make history, and based on everything we've seen this offseason, she just might do it. Caitlin Clark just made one thing clear. This isn't just about her. It's about building a winning team, and with all these offseason moves, this could be their year. But what do you think? Will this team make a deep playoff run? Can Caitlin Clark lead them to a WNBA championship? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more updates on Caitlin Clark, the WNBA, and all the biggest stories in basketball. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.
What DB said about the competitive fire you all had the moment you had the playoffs last year, all those things. How do you think your competitive fire can mesh with hers?
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what you want. You want your teammates to be just as competitive as you are. So I think training camp's going to be really fun. That's when you're competing live. You're getting after things. Coaches are figuring out what lineups work, what lineups don't. So I think it's more so like the drive of pushing your teammates to get better. And I think that's exactly what she speaks to when she talks about her leadership. Like, that's going to push all of us to get better. When you can see a vet like that come in here and want to get better every single day still, you're 12 plus whatever they are in their career, that's inspiring. That motivates you to want to be better too. But just exciting.